Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed, yes, to another edition of Titans Talk right here on the Mark Mosey Show as we talk all things Eastern Florida athletics. And right now we got to preview a new season of, and this is very key because it starts tomorrow with the new season, a new season of softball. We're here with their head softball coach, Andrew Zeger. My man, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate coming on. I know you're super busy. It was funny for everyone watching this. I'm like, hey, maybe we could do, a Thursday. No, we got to play. So let's start there, Coach. How excited are you for a new season of softball?
We're extremely excited coming off of last year's success and just getting at it. Season started last Friday, and we waited a few days, and, the girls are itching to get out there on that dirt.
How was practice here in January to get ready for the season then?
It's been good. Obviously, they get back and we have a few weeks and we got to get at it. So just having that discipline and showing up daily and every rep counts. So it's a one pitch at a time thing. And I feel like they're excited to get out there tomorrow and put that jersey on for the first time.
What were some of the things you felt like as a coaching staff you needed to work on during practice to get ready for opening day?
The little things, coming back from having a month and a half off. I mean, the little things and getting them focused on every rep counts, every pitch counts, and just having that discipline to show up and being ready from the time practice starts to the time it ends.
Coach, you were the coach last year. You're entering year two. What did you take out of that first season there at Eastern Florida?
The culture. Coming in here last year and the beginning of November, we just had to hit the ground running, and we wanted to build a strong culture. And we had 17 last year, and we ended up finishing the year with the best winning percentage ever and one pitch away from a World Series. So if that goes opposite, we're there. But that freshman group and the sophomores we had last year was huge to build the culture that we were building on this year.
All right. It's been a long off season. You had to think about that after last year. Do you try to, swipe it away? Let's not think about it anymore. It's a new season. Or do you try to build on it? How do you do it?
Those girls' position. We have a lot of returners and some transfers. So, those returners are thinking about that. And we don't swipe it away, but we build on that and we learn from it, because those are just, stepping stones on the success that we're learning. And those freshmen are coming back trying to leave here as the most successful team ever in Eastern history when it comes to softball. So they definitely thought about it and grew from it. And it's something that's always in the back of your mind, but it can make us better.
Okay. It's not how do I say this? Got to make sure I do it right. It's been a long day. It's not a sprint. It's more of a marathon with this schedule. Yep. Do you feel that way, what you guys are going to be taking on?
100%. We can't look ahead. We always talk about being in the present moment thoughts and we call it OPTAT, one pitch at a time. We can't look over anybody. We can't look over a practice. Every day is a new day, and we gotta get better from one day to the next.
All right. If you're selling this to a potential recruit, what is the best way to describe the style of softball you like to play there at Eastern Florida?
Where the first thing is just being a family. We talk about families is forget about me, I love you. And it starts every day. We do a thing where they wake up, make their bed, look in the mirror and say, I love you 5 times over. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't spread that love to other people. And we have to have some fun here. Being such a long year, we're looking to play 60, 70 games if we win the whole thing, right? So we have to enjoy being around each other. But I always tell we're a family. We love up on each other. We grow together. This is something that we want this to be the best 2 years of your life. And we want to bring you in here as a young lady and leave you here as a woman and prepared to be successful at anything and everything that you do.
I like it. Says it right behind you, family as well. You don't mess around, Coach. Was that something, because you played as well as a former player. Is this something that, all right, you've stuck with this idea for a long time now?
Yeah, 100%. I had a mentor who's one of the most winningest coaches in college baseball, but you walk into his office and you have no idea how many wins he has, none of that. He just has pictures of his former teams. He has his sayings everywhere. And he always told me it's about how many weddings you're invited to, not how many wins you have. And when you build that culture and you have that culture of people just loving up on each other and being excited to grow together, it's huge. I mean, we have 21 players this year. We're 21 strong. And we have to be 21 strong. We're going to be using every single person. And when their time comes up, they have to be ready to perform.
Hey, weddings are expensive, Coach. Yeah. They're expensive. So I need to know, all right, am I in the wedding? Is it a destination? I love that. Okay, I love that, what you just said about, building friendships. But whoa. I need to know how much these are costing me. Is that okay if I do that?
I mean, we're not normally in the weddings for our former players, so showing up for them, I mean, you try to have a fun there for yourself.
I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. I had to. All right, back to recruiting. And especially with you guys, look, you only get someone for 1 or 2 years. You're constantly recruiting new players. How do you try to sell the program to a potential recruit?
With my background being a D1 coach, assistant coach, and also coaching in the pro league, it helps because with my connections and with our connections throughout our whole coaching staff, we expect to bring you in here and make you better. And the goal is, hey, were you underlooked? Were you not getting what you wanted? Are you a recruit that's in the portal now who you can come here and show out? I mean, when you win, a lot of people show up to watch. And when you've been at places, it helps out. It helps out that I coach in the pro league. It helps out that I was just in Mexico City coaching in the pro league in the first international game against the Diablos, that I coached this summer, that I've been in those situations and have the network I have. So it's building that trust and those relationships. And when you build that trust in those relationships, I think we pull in some girls that maybe wouldn't look at Eastern normally or wouldn't look at a JUCO normally. But also our conference in JUCO in Florida, it speaks for itself. I mean, we go out in the fall and compete against Division I programs. We look to win. We look to do what we need to do. And when you're playing 20 to 26 ranked games in a season, I mean, last year alone, there was teams in the top 15 that didn't even make the playoffs because we're so stacked within our conference. And that itself shows what we have just in Florida when it comes to the softball here. But secondarily, it shows what we can do coming in here last year and winning 39 games and having the best win percentage that's ever been in Eastern. Like that hopefully shows them recruits that, hey, we're looking to do some damage here. We're looking to do some damage, but also send you where you need to go. And I mean, we had an All-American last year. Her and her twin are going to Syracuse next year. So they're going to an ACC school and going to a Power 4 school. And that's what we're looking to send each kid out of here to their best fit, but also give them that experience and try to go win a lot of games.
See, I was going to ask you that. I'm happy you brought that up. When you have a current player and they're like, Coach, I want to go to that next level, how do you try to help them get through that process?
A lot of conversations. I spend the majority of my day making phone calls for our sophomores or freshmen or our transfers that we have. I mean, fortunately enough, we have a transfer from Florida Gulf Coast and transfer from Liberty here this year. And it's making those phone calls and trust in my relationships that I've built over my decade plus experience as a college coach. And luckily, when you have those relationships, those teams trust you and those coaches at the next level trust you. And it's something that we have to do on top of doing our everyday here is also making sure we keep those relationships and we keep those bonds with those coaches at all different levels, because we have girls that want to go D1 Power 4. We have girls that want to go D2, D3 JUCO. I mean, NAIA, whatever it is, yeah. We try to fit that best fit for them. And it's not just selling those players. It's also those coaches have to sell their personalities to us, because I don't want to send a girl to a place where I know she's going to fail because of how their coaching style is or who they are as a person. We're looking to send them someplace where they can keep growing and be as great as they can be.
You make it sound like you've been on the phone all day today working on this. I know you're agreeing with me. Okay. You're not joking. So it's funny. I love that sales pitch, but you're backing it up as well. You really are. All right. A little about Coach then. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Pennsylvania, a place called Greencastle, Pennsylvania, a small little town. Dad's a steel worker. Mom worked in the health industry her whole life. And Once I graduated and left, I went and played 4 years of baseball, 2 years of golf in college, and then just went on my journey from there. Whether it was JUCO to the Division I ranks to professional ball, and now back to JUCO as a head coach.
I like you close your eyes because I'm in the same boat, dude. I got to remember where I'm at half the time. There's times I'll be driving around like, hey, let's go to that restaurant. Oh, we don't live there anymore. It can't happen. It can't. What college did you play at?
So I played at Daytona State originally, our rivals here at Eastern. And then I went to La Roche University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to finish up my career. And then I've coached at a couple JUCOs up north, and then went to Texanum, Corpus Christi, Furman, Army West Point, and then was a D2 head coach, and then made my way down here.
Okay, tell us about the hat. I knew what, because I'm like, wait a minute, I've never seen this hat before with the Titans logo. How did we get this hat, Coach?
Yeah, so obviously I'm a country boy, and I was at Army West Point, and we always wore camo, and I love camo, and I thought that blue and the Titan would just fire off on this hat. And once I got it, it's everybody wants one.
I might have to call your athletic director, Jeff Carr. I might have to work on this. Yeah, in softball, you really don't wear a hat. Not really. So
not the girls.
No. Yeah, that's interesting that they don't wear a hat.
Yeah. They like to have their hair out. They like to do it in their different styles, all that kind of stuff. I wear a hat every single day. So I wanted to make sure I had a few in the cycle that I liked, and this doesn't show dirt as much. So, it hits all the categories.
I like that. How long have we been growing the hair, Coach? I need to know.
Funny story. I always had it short. I got a cut like every week. Growing up in college, all that. And I was at Daytona State coaching, and my girls knew that. And they're like, hey, how about you grow your hair out so we get 10 wins? Well, it was the year of COVID, 2020, and we got 9. So it shut it down, and we were at 9 wins. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it growing out for you. I never coached another game there, but I've had long hair ever since.
Wow. So this has been going on for like about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I like this. I told you this off air. I'm a little jealous. I used to have that hair. And I feel like the Bible, I've lost my powers since I don't have my life. So I'm jealous, dude. You're rocking it. You are. All right. We'll end with this. All right. You guys start tomorrow. And then are you going to be at some type of tournament? What's going to happen, Coach?
No, so we're hitting the ground running. We have 3 doubleheaders here in a row in the next week. So we're playing 6 games at home. I wanted to get us some home games early. I wanted to, stay here, have the feeling of being able to sleep in our own bed, have the ritual before we hit the road. So I decided to schedule it this year a little bit home heavy. Last year we played a little bit more away games, knowing we have those sophomores and there's transfers, and it makes it a little bit easier for the freshmen too, being able to sleep in their own bed and eat what they need to eat, and get to class in the morning and focusing on all the categories that we're trying to hit.
What about 40-degree weather? Was that part of your thought process to start the season?
No. For me, growing up north and being at Army West Point, this is normal, but for a lot of these Florida girls, this is not. And luckily last year, our first couple of games was in some cold weather. So we've been hitting it out there, trying to simulate as much as we can out there. But, we have some Florida teams coming in. So we're all going to be playing in the same boat.
I'm sorry to ask this, but it's like, okay, all right, maybe you wear long sleeve. That makes sense, right? You want layers. Does the ball get hit differently in this type of weather?
A lot of people say the ball doesn't fly as much. I don't necessarily know if it does or not. Coaching up north for a little bit, the ball flies. But if it's going to fly fair for each team, it's going to fly fair for each team. And we'll see how it is tomorrow. The wind we have a big park here. It's 220 the whole way around with like a 10-foot fence. The wind's been blowing a little out the last week to 2 weeks, and normally it doesn't do that. It blows in from left normally. So we'll see how it plays tomorrow. That might help it out a little bit.
I will say this to you as a fan of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
one thing is watching it on TV, but this is why you got to go out to the campus to watch the team play.
Mhm.
When you see how tall these pitchers are in person,
Yep.
and that mound to the home plate is not far.
Mhm.
It is intimidating when they are throwing at your head, right?
Yep.
And I say that in the highest regard. Dude, how amazing is it at this level you see what these pitchers can throw at the plate?
I mean, it doesn't put it into text if you don't come and show up, especially with what we have. We have some really good pitchers, and like I said, our All-Americans back. That's a pitcher hitter. She's 6 foot, 245, 250, strong as an ox. I mean, she was doing hip thrusts with 415 pounds earlier this year. And she can bring it. She normally sits around 67, 68, but she can get into the 70s, and that's D1 caliber. So if you want to see some top players, some top anything, come out and watch. I mean, you will love it. We got a great setup here. We got a great stadium, one of the best in the state. I mean, it was built off of UCF's field. So if you want to come see some high level ball, come over to Eastern and Melbourne and see what we have. We're gonna have a lot of girls this year that you'll see on TV in the next couple of years. I mean, we got some talent, and you'll see some balls being hit hard, and you'll see some balls being thrown quick.
You're absolutely right, Coach. It's very nice to meet you. Good luck on the new season, and I hope I can get you on again sometime. All right.
Of course. Thank you so much for giving me the time and being able to talk to you. And this is fun.